Hey everyone, this is Veronica, your favorite culinary dietitian. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another episode of my cooking show. Today we're actually at the stove today and I'm really excited about what we're making. So what I have right here is fonio. You may not have heard about it before, but it's an ancient grain that comes from West Africa, from Senegal, and it's the surrounding region. It's called the Sahel region. And this grain, it's nutritious. It has more fiber, more protein, more iron than rice. It's gluten-free, and it has the potential to change the economy of the Sahel region of Western Africa. So I had the pleasure of meeting Chef Pierre Thiam. I hope I'm saying his name right, but I had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of years ago, and he was the first person who introduced me to fonio. He's a chef that's based in New York City, but he's from Senegal and grew up eating fonio, and it's been his mission to bring it to the global stage in order to help, give back to his homeland and create economic opportunities for young men and women from Senegal. So there, when I got to cook with him, I went to a travel festival and he did a cooking demonstration, and we made fonio salad that had mango and goat cheese and, I think it had jalapeno peppers. It was a really light, refreshing dish. So, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to make a pilaf. And a pilaf, all it means is whatever the grain that you're using. If you're using rice, in our case we're using fonio, it just means that the grain is coated in a fat. And today we're going to be using olive oil, of course, extra virgin olive oil. The first cold press, really good quality, the best that you can find. So I'm just going to free pour the olive oil into the pot. We have about two carrots that I've diced with your preparation, your mise en place. I'm going to cook the carrots for about 5 minutes or until they start to soften a bit. The carrots of everything that I'm going to put in this dish, it takes the longest to cook. So one of the great things about our fonio, it only takes 5 minutes to cook. So it cooks kind of like couscous. And you can serve it just like you would couscous or rice or anything like that. Next up, we're going to add one stalk of celery that I finely diced. We have half of a yellow onion that's also a small dice. So do you all remember what those three ingredients are together? The carrots, onion, and celery. So we want to sweat these vegetables. We don't want them to really brown. We just want them to soften and get translucent. Our veggies should be softened now. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the other ingredients. So we have some garlic. It's about 2 to 3 cloves, finely minced. These are peanuts, which are used a lot in West African cooking. So these are dry, roasted, unsalted peanuts that were roughly chopped. And then I have some medjool dates. They're pitted medjool dates, if you all can see, that have been diced small. It's about 1/3 of a cup. Actually, no, maybe about 1/2 cup diced. I use whatever was left in my pantry. So next up, we're going to add a whole bunch of spices. So we're going to start with cumin. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of cumin, which gives it a nice smoky, earthy flavor. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is like one of those things like ginger that has these anti-inflammatory properties, and it's just good for overall health. And then smoked paprika. I just recently started cooking with this, and it's a game changer. I definitely recommend it, but a little bit goes a long way. So we're going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. And I also have a little bit of cinnamon. You can put cinnamon in savory, but we have a little bit of sweet going on with the dates, and we have savory. So I'm going to put about 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a little bit less. I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, a heaping 1/4 teaspoon of brown ginger, the same amount for the rest of the stuff that we're going to use. This is coriander. This is ground cayenne pepper. I'm going to do maybe about 1/8. But if you like it spicy, you can, feel free to add more. I'm going to do really like a pinch of nutmeg. You really don't need much. If you have the actual cloves, you can grate it with your microplane into it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cloves, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. So just a little bit. So it seems like a lot of spices all at once. What you can do is just get already prepared curry powder mixture, because a lot of these spices are included in curry powder. So you can just, you know, save some time and put about a tablespoon in there. So at this point, I'm going to add just a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of salt, maybe about a quarter teaspoon or a half a teaspoon. This is going to, you know, season both the grain and our veggies, but I don't want to add too much. I don't add too much salt to any of my cooking. So next up, we're going to add our fonio, our super grain, our ancient grain. So that was 1 cup. So we're going to do 1 part. It's 1 part fonio to 2 parts liquid. So I like to, whenever I'm doing grains, I always like to do vegetable stock instead of just plain water, because it gives another flavor, you know, another level of flavor. So I got some unsalted. I always try to do unsalted or low sodium, but unsalted is my favorite because I like to control how much sodium I put in my food. And I have a family with, you know, high blood. My mother has high blood pressure, my sister, and so I always just want to make sure, you know, that my stuff is as healthy for people who might have, you know, heart disease issues and hypertension. So I'm going to go ahead and put two cups of the vegetable stock. Okay, so I'm going to cover it until the fonio absorbs all of the liquid, and then we'll fluff it with a fork and add our final ingredients, and then we'll get to taste it. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes since we put the top on our Fonio Pilaf. So it should be cooked through, because it cooks through very quickly. So we're just going to fluff it with a fork and add our final ingredients. I'm going to turn it up. So what I have here are some chopped, it's flat leaf parsley and chives, so fresh and finely chopped. And I'm adding the herbs at the end just so they maintain their bright color and flavor. I have the zest of half of a lemon. And then I'm just going to take that same lemon that I zested and squeeze the juice. So I'm just going to mix all of it, fluff it all in, and then it'll be ready to taste. So I'm just going to bring the, let's see, can you all see in there? You can see it's all light and fluffy and bright and green and beautiful. So let's taste it. And at this point you can taste it, adjust the seasoning. That's really good. It just needs a little bit more salt, and it's perfect. All our veggies have they're soft but crunchy enough, have a little bit of a bite. You get the sweetness with the dates, the peanutty flavor. It's great. But that is our dish. So I hope you all are inspired to try something new, to try fonio. If you can't find it at your local market, if you're you can order it online. Some store like Amazon, they do have fonio. I was lucky to find it in Brooklyn. I live in Jersey and couldn't find it anywhere in Jersey, but if you have any African markets, you can try to find the fonio there. But it's definitely worth a try. So I will see you next time. Bye.